when despair for the world grows in me, and I wake at the least sound for fear of what my life or my children's lives may be. I come and lay down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, where the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their life with the forethought of grief. I come into still waters. And I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. And for a moment, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. It's a good one, isn't it? I am just like crying at all the things these days. Like, I just cry. And I'm trying to say that it's okay and not worry that I'm like losing my mind. It's like hormones are real. And also, being a human on this planet is insane. Like, it's kind of set up for grief and pain, like as a baseline, in a way. And then there's these like sparkling miracles, you know, like a baby, like these normal sparkling miracles. And like one of those things, I think, is the level of emotion, that's not the right word, the like spectrum of emotion, the surprising extremes, and that's why it's felt important to me as an artist, as just someone who's putting stuff on the internet, to show the extreme, I guess. And for me particularly, like sadness. I did one of those like big hiccuping truthy weeps the other day when I was watching Inside Out 2, which is amazing, and realized, you know, while like joy is the sort of captain emotion in Riley, her mom's emotion that sits at the center of the console is sadness. Maybe that's why I like get so intense about these movies, is because it's how sadness and anxiety basically can be useful and valuable and helpful in some way. And not just like something that makes you a bummer. And not like, you know, a choice specimen to pick for your team, you know, like not, you know, a thing that makes the tribe want you. Like, if you're sad, it's not like everyone's inviting you to the party. It's not what gets all the Instagram likes or something. It's not what we think we should put out there. Our sadness. But it's kind of amazing to see in a Pixar kids movie, like the biggest group of folks who are like excited about making money to make kids movies are all agreeing to some degree that making stories that frame sadness as a useful thing, like, it just hit me hard. Anyway, that was way too much talking about Inside Out 2. But I had I want to say a close friend. We're not actively close anymore, though she does have a very special place in my heart. Just, I hadn't seen her in a long time, and I went up to one of her shows and was so happy to see her, and good hugs, and show her my baby. And she said she'd seen some of my stuff on the internet, and I was hoping she meant Wilder House stuff and thought that was cool. And then she was like, that crying stuff. And I get it. I do. I think there's definitely a way it can be cringy, and maybe I have stepped over that line. And like, her opinion means so much to me. Like, it does make me like hesitate to do any more of that. But it feels important. And since then, I like shared it randomly, kind of surprised to hear it coming out of my mouth with a couple different people who seemed to sincerely think it was valuable. So whatever. Blah. I guess I'll just say the things that are kind of making me sad lately. I'm sad that she just comes into this life with parents who aren't together. There isn't a daily dad in her life or mine. It's also beautiful to be just her and I. I'm sad that I miss performing so much. I miss being in a group of people and making a story together and that teamwork. And I feel like I'm good at performing, and it's nice to do the things that you're good at. I know I need to work on just being fucking louder. And I want to do it. Like, okay, I know that's my weakness. It kind of ruins the whole thing if no one can hear you. I want to work on that. I want to get better at playing the keyboard. I want to make a one-woman show, a one Walter show. If you know, you know. It's dumb. And I'm sad that all feels really out of reach right now. I'm sad that I don't know exactly where we should be living, where it would be most beneficial. Trying not to say should. It's much more fun to say most beneficial for us to be living. How long have I been talking? Well, right there was 10 minutes. That second I turned the phone around. If you're watching these, like, I really appreciate you. It's just nice to see that there's a few watches, and it would be so cool to like have some comments or feedback every once in a while, even just a heart. But I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't feel the same. I don't know. I don't need you to do that. It's just kind of cool to know that someone watches. I didn't realize that was part of why I was doing it. But it's a weird, lonely season of my life. And as far as not having super close friends that I live near. So this kind of takes the place of one of those talks. I would love to hear the inside of someone else's brain this way sometime. Anyway, too much talking. Next time.